Aggayú Solá ni o, Aggayú Solá ni o, Baba se la iña se la yo. Aggayú Solá ni o, Aggayú Solá ni o.
Iburu, Iboya, Ibucheche, everybody in Cyberland. It's your fair Bawalao. At least I hope so. Omodun, Wadileke coming at you with another great video. But before I start this video, it's customary to always give thanks to God first. Moyumba lo dumari, Moyumba lofi, Moyumba lorum. In addition, my late godfather, right? Ibaba Enteorum, Miguel Alvarez Barrera, Shetura, right? To my godfather. When we talk about my godfather today, he was my yombon when I did Ifa. He also was my godfather when I received my mano de orula for the first time at Awofaka. So much love to people. People, I love you. Okanatura. Right? And then in addition to, I grew up with a lot of Babalaos, but particularly I give a shout out to one, Owanimoso Arturo, who is an elder in my home, in my lineage. Let me tell you, I've learned so much. I've learned so much from him, and I continue to learn, right? And every humble Babala will tell you that we know nothing. And even though I have over a decade of experience and crossing into Ifa as a Babalao, that's nothing. That's barely a micro of information that needs to be gathered, understood. And I need elders like Owanimoso, like my godfather Okanatura, my late godfather who's always with me, and I always give praise to him. In addition, I like to give praise to my PTB, right? Oloya, what a great, great gangolera. What a great, great santera. What a great, great PTB. What a great wife, friend I can ask for. In addition, I have a tremendous house, an ile, that I've been selfishly very picky on who I let into the ile, and for rightful reasons, because I don't entertain too much nonsense or the normal, I guess, dynamics of an ile. Sometimes comes with some drama, right? Some he say, she say, some gossip here, some people here. But I have a tremendous ile. But because I have a full-time job, I don't necessarily need to take anybody who comes at my door. I can, better yet, to help them to ensure that I meet my mission in life. I can refer them back to other Bawalaos that may be able to help them better than I can, because again, I run a tight ship. It is what it is. In addition to my ile, I have my godson who's a Bawalao, Sarafo Beo, Hershey up in Michigan. Much love to you. And I'm sure I'm missing a few people out there, but I will mention one last person, and that's Ogunda Masa. Hey, much love to you, my brother Mike from Georgia, who's recently been 1-1 with this house, and he is my confidant, nonetheless. Okay, if I missed anybody, I'm sorry. Right, I'm sorry. But nonetheless, I love each and every one of you within my spiritual side, my spiritual atmosphere, right? But I wanted to kind of talk to you now that I have all the formalities out the way about Aggayú. Right? I have study sessions with the Ile, and we start to talk about Aggayú, right? And that was the topic of this month's study, Orisha study. And when we talk about Aggayú, I wanted to kind of make sure that I spread the word to Cyberland as well. So I wanted to share a Pataki, and then I'm going to talk on some of the characteristics of Aggayú, and then we're going to close it up. So here's the Pataki of Aggayú. So in this Pataki, this comes from the Odum of Obarasa. And in Obarasa, we talk about Aggayú the king. In this story, it starts with Chango, who at this point in time has been ruling all the kingdoms and all the lands. But Chango had a purpose, a mission in life. He wanted to spread the good word of Olodumare. He wanted to meet Olodumari's vision of making this earth a place that mirrors Olorum. Chango was relentless in his pursuit. But there was one land that he could never approach. And that land was always had thunders and trembles, and it had this gas that can kill anyone. And Chango was very hesitant, and he wasn't sure how he can get to that land because that land was separated by a large body of water. And if you don't know, Chango, if you read a lot of his Patakis and you look into the philosophy of Chango within our faith, him and water don't get along. So Chango decided to go see Orumila for an Oso day. He got a consultation from Orumila. Orumila marks, and this sign comes out, Obarasa. And in Obarasa, Orumila marked him in a boat, told him to do this, that, and the other. And at the end, that a boat is to be taken to the shoreline of a river. Sure enough, when he gets to that shoreline of the river, he bumps into Elewa, Elewa. And Elewa starts to talk to him. They greet each other. They talk it out. And Chango tells him, listen, here's why I'm here. I'll put the abo here. Obviously, it's for you and Ochum. And Elewa says, you know what? It's funny because in that same land, and Elewa begins to explain the land, he says, this is where there's a town of a king, but that king no one knows and no one can see. Chango was super intrigued. So wait a minute, there's a kingdom where the king, you can't see him and you can't approach him, you can't talk to him. So Chango was super amazed. So he decided to go see the king himself. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna make it my mission, and this is why I'm even doing this at Bo, and I'm gonna get after it. But Lewa told him, hey, well, listen, let me give you some feedback and some ways to approach this. So Lewa went ahead and told him, listen, the king always goes to the foot of a riverbank that's 2 lands down in the afternoon to cool off. And there's always a disciple of Ochum. In this scenario, it's a female disciple in this Pataki that will be waiting for him. And that disciple knows where to go and knows where Aggayú lives. At this point, they don't know about Aggayú yet. Chango just knows it's a king. So in the late afternoon, Chango arrived at that riverbank that Elewa told him about. And shortly after, all Chango hears is this loud noise and trembling, and the earth is moving. And a woman is running to the other side of the riverbank now. And this massive form appears. It's Aggayú. And as the disciple is pouring the water on Aggayú to cool him down, Chango is pretty stunned because this figure is massive. Imagine David and Goliath type of story, right? Giant, just a giant, right? And Chango is the little guy. But Chango, being who Chango is, full of passion and impulse, did not fear this giant. So Chango approaches Aggayú and says, hey you, I want to talk to you. And began to shout at him, right? And obviously at this point in time, Chango gets an answer. And Aggayú is stunned. Aggayú is looking at this little peon saying, who is this guy? And I don't even like to talk to anybody, but just wants to approach me. But Aggayú, a lot of people don't understand, is very humble. Aggayú is not a violent, like a constant volcano always. No. Aggayú is a good Orisha, a good heart, justice, very just. And says, hey, how can I help you? Chango said, I was looking at everything, right? And I just want to cross the river. So Aggayú says, okay. He tore a palm tree off, boom, using it as a cane, right? Went ahead, picked up Chango, and they went. Now, at this point in the story, Chango is now goes from one shore to the other. After he crosses it, the presentation of the kingdom of the village, right? He began to kind of see that everything around there was pretty. It was inhabited. The people were there, but the people were almost in this funk. They were disorganized. They were almost all over the place. But the land was fertile. The land was great. The land was great for ruling. Was great for farmlands. It was good land. Right? So then Chango started to ask, like, hey, why do people have this type of attitude? Why do people have this personality? And Aggayú told him, well, come to my house and I will give you more information. And at that moment, Aggayú knew that this was going to be a test to Chango, coming to his house. Chango took the test and said, okay, let's go to your house, let's talk. But Chango didn't know it was a test. But Aggayú was testing him out. And sure enough, as Chango goes to his home, Chango realizes, man, this guy lives in a volcano. It's full of these gases. It has hot lava, right? And to Aggayú's surprise, Chango is walking on the lava and it's not even getting burned. And Aggayú is surprised and asked him, hey, how come you didn't burn up when you stepped on my lava? Chango told him, because I'm the only son of Yembo. I am a descendant of greatness. And now I want to help your people and I want to help them learn about what is the culture of Yoruba, what is the culture of Olodumare, better yet. That wasn't Yoruba. And Aggayú said, you know what? I have an inability to talk to my children because of the volcanic ashes that are on me and the gases that are on me. And whenever they get next to me, they get upset or they get sickened or they die. So Aggayú agree with Chango. You know what? You talking to my children, you helping my children, my village, my kingdom is actually not a bad thing. So Aggayú agreed with Chango. I want you to help. But Aggayú had set back and he said, you know what? If I'm going to help Chango, help my people, I need to give thanks to the goddess of the river. I need to give thanks to the Orisha Ochun. Because Orisha Ochun was the one that was constantly maintaining me and cleaning me and healing me. So at that very moment, Aggayú had Chango and Ochun present. And he made a pact with Chango and Ochun. That they had the same right to settle the head of his children as long as they could not speak to him directly. They sealed the pact with Aggayú, Chango and Ochun did, with a secret offering. And Aggayú painted Chango's head with his secrets under Chango's crown. So that Chango serves as Aggayú's mediator, as Chango understands the secrets of Aggayú. At that very moment, Aggayú proclaimed that every time a volcano would erupt, the first fire that comes out, the flames that come out, is a representation of Chango. And afterwards will come the lava of Aggayú. What a beautiful Pataki. But what does that Pataki teach us is the key. That Pataki teaches us that this is the reason why we don't crown Aggayú direct. That's why we crown Oro Shango. Right? We crown Chango. And in this Pataki, there's even evidence to prove that you can even crown Ochun. Now, in the houses that I'm familiar with, they go with Chango. Rightfully so. Right? Because Chango understands the secrets, right, of Aggayú, because Aggayú painted his head. So, what do we know about Aggayú? Well, in this Pataki, it begins to show a lot of relevance, right, of the human nature of who is Aggayú. Aggayú cares about his people. He cares about his children. He cares about the land, the humanity. Aggayú is not against teaching and making sure that we match the world in order to bring, match the world to Olorun in order to bring a better life for people. Aggayú, at the end of the day, is a divinity that is very much just, right, but wants to take care of his people. Aggayú is represented with the number 9. And a lot of times people don't understand that Aggayú and Oya have a lot in common. And I'm not going to get into that too much. Maybe we'll do a video with that later. But the number 9 is very representative of one. Aggayú is the volcano. How is a volcano formed? Through the depths of the earth. Aggayú understands the secrets of the other side. That's why Eguns are number 9. Oya is number 9. And we also understand that Oya is air, right? It's air, right? And air is the same thing that comes out of, well, not air, but gases. Gases are what comes out of the volcanoes. That's what brings a correlation with Oya even closer. In addition, there's another Pataki that talks about where Oya gave her 9 colors, her skirt of 9 colors on, right, to Aggayú in order to flee a situation where there was some assassins out to kill him. Right? There's another Pataki. And that's another reason why Aggayú's colors are 9. They look very similar to Oya. The pack with Oya is very close and closely related to Oya. In addition, Aggayú is the ferryman. Aggayú is what moves people from one place to another on the riverbanks. Right? No different than what does a ferryman do when people die? They ferry the spirits to the other side. What does Oya do? Oya takes all the dead people and moves them to the other side. What does the river represent? But life and death. A lot of great things come out of Aggayú. Aggayú, you see, has a lot of similarities to Changó in stature, even in history. We talk about the aspects of where Aggayú comes after Changó in the reigning of the kingdoms. And then Oduduwa comes out after that. You see a lineage of, or a hierarchy, right? A monarchy of these kings, to the point where they even reference Aggayú and Changó looking so similar that to one point they thought it was a reincarnation of Changó. Aggayú, father and son. When we look at those type of things, we understand that, the characteristics of Changó or Aggayú's children or Aggayú is one that needs to be tamed and tempered, no different than where Ochun disciple was trying to cool his head down. That's why Aggayú's kids have to live in peace and tranquility. Don't poke the bear, not this one. This is not the one. Aggayú will erupt on you. The children of Aggayú can go from 0 to 100 very quickly. They can get moody, right? But at the end of the day, if they are spoken to and given respect, then respect is earned. And Aggayú has the ability and the power to push that forward, right? And do great things for you, individuals that are in the presence of a child of Aggayú or Aggayú. So, where do we honor Aggayú? But at the riverbank, where Aggayú appears to be cooled down. At a volcano, but I don't recommend humans to go in a volcano, right? But those are the sacred places of Aggayú. Aggayú is a beautiful Orisha, and that's an Orisha that we have to revere. All the children of Changó had to receive Aggayú. Without a doubt, should receive Aggayú. All the children of Ochun should receive Aggayú. Why? Because the pact that Aggayú has with Ochun. There's a lot of relationships with Aggayú, even to the point where Aggayú and Orisha Oku have a relationship in another Odu of Ifa, right? When we talk about Osara Wuri. In Osara Wuri, we look at the relationship between Orisha Oku and Aggayú, as Aggayú is the opener of the holes, the agriculture, the land, penetrating the land in any sense, whether it's farming, whether it's someone died and we had to bury him. That's Orisha Oku. He holds and harnesses that energy. And being that what is a volcano but a giant hole, there is relationships between Orisha Oku and Aggayú. But is it a coincidence that Orisha Oku is burying dead people? Dead people are getting buried in a hole that has the essence of Orisha Oku and is covered, right? And Aggayú's the number 9 with the 9 colors, Oya, the ferryman. You'd be surprised. There's a lot of correlations there. You got to give respect to Aggayú. Aggayú is in everything. Right? So I wanted to give you a little bit about Aggayú. I wanted to share with you a little bit of my thoughts. I wanted to share with you the things that I'm thinking of, so that you can be better. Share this, like this, continue to push on the good word. And with that said, Iburu, Iboya, Ibucheche, Cyberland, much love to each and every one of you.